Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to show you everything in this update with great detail. I'm going to be going to the tester place since we have access and permission. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's start at the beginning. First of all, I want to go over evolutions. I'm going to be giving my opinion on everything. Meaning, I will not have any bias to it. This system is not good. I'm gonna be honest. This system, 50 shards, 30 raid shards, 100 normal cards for a normal evolution cards. Meaning, there is no way for you to get a border evolution card unless you get 100 and then you fuse it in Bloomtown. There is no way to get a border card from evolutions, which is not good. I'm gonna show all the evolution cards right now. In terms of the evolution cards, most of the abilities are pretty good, but not worth using as a regular player. I'm gonna be showing the best one, which is Gone, Beast of Vengeance, stats double, but this card takes no damage. Dies after 2 turns though. Then Mass Reaper is also a really good card because he gains 50% stats, meaning 50% damage and health, and deal 50% more damage when active. The other evolution cards are kind of mid. Toad Hermit is always a free shot, and then Crimson Jet takes 20% less damage, but his attacks go through the next card, which is good for speedrunning. For the Universal Warriors, Stoic Crusher, every time this card is damaged, gain 20% attack damage upon reaching 50% health, gain 2 turns. Meaning every time he's hit, he gets 20% damage increase, and upon reaching 50% health, so 490 HP points, he attacks twice. For Lord of Destruction, Virus, every time this card encounters an enemy, gain 20% stat bonus, which is really good. I told them to nerf it just because it's such a good card. If you put him first, he gets a 80% stat bonus if he kills the other 3 cards. Reducing the enemy's health below 20% will automatically kill them, and it will heal bearers for 25% if you have a golden or if you have a normal. Once you reach a certain point of not one-shotting a card in infinites, bearers will be really good in your first lot. Moving on to the single cards, Pleb #1 winner, and then the other 2. I'm happy Pleb won, not gonna lie, because the other two winners outfits don't really look that good in the lobby. The Feline Enforcer copies the previous card's ability, so you would have to use it, let's say no. Let's just do easy. Rubber Boy with Feline. This means Feline will gain Rubber Boy's ability, meaning take 15% less damage. This card is really good if you match it with a good ability but bad stat wise. So you would put like a Gone and then a Feline Enforcer. That would mean double stats, 7,000 something, 7,421 attack, and she would not, or they would not die for 2 turns, which is a good combo, but I don't think worth using in general. Apex Predator needs to get a nerf. Damage taken is reduced by 40% on entry, gain 15% of fallen allies, put it in the back. All your cards are gonna get killed. Eventually, Apex Predator will get 15% of all the stats. Then card stats, if this card defeats an enemy, it gains 30% of their stats. This card is insane and overpowered, as I don't even want to told them to nerf it for a good reason, and I'll show you that now. This, if I don't use Poochie, you would have to use a cheese deck, meaning kill Feline, use Sasuke, and then from there on out, just stun. If I use my best cards, it'll be Null. Let's say for damage wise, we'll go Nail Master, Deathless, Killua. Then put a sword, gun. This will not kill the boss. Which is kind of concerning. I know it's a 10 bill card, but it's too overpowered. And then if I use this wins. So I feel like they are going to nerf it, or they really want no one to beat this to get the speed buff of 1x. The challenge mode, it's not a good mode because you get 1 to 3, which is random for every single challenge, and it takes pretty long to beat, if I do say so myself. Even with 3x speed, you would have to go through all of them, and you cannot stop. There should be a stop button, but I don't know why they didn't do that. Because if you hit a weather now, you would have to beat all of this in order to actually do something, which is really weird to me. Going back to the evolutions though, you need 50. You need a whole 50 shards to get one evolution card. If you want a golden, you would have to get 5,000 evolution shards, which is quite a lot for a 1 to 3 chance. If you're really unlucky, you would have to do this 5,000 times, which is insane. I don't understand why they did it like this. I hope they'll change it in the future. Other thing I wanted to talk about was the rarities of the evolution cards. Why is it that Killua, a base Killua, no border, goes from 2,500 to 2.5 million? The suggestion I made, which I will show you, would be, instead of a 100x increase, why not go to a 2x, meaning it won't be overpowered for new players. It will be better, right? If you go from Killua 2.5 billion to a 5 billion, it would be better than some of the cards you already have. It'd be worth grinding for. The base evolution cards are hard to get. The shards, 50 shards, you need, if you're really lucky, 3 per run. For new players will not be able to beat hard mode in this challenge mode. They have around 1,000 attack, 2,000 something HP. New players cannot beat it, so getting an evolution is already super hard. The only reason people are agreeing or liking the challenge mode is because it gives potions. You can disagree or agree with it, but it's a fact that people only like the challenge mode for the potion, which is still not worth doing, by the way. I would stay away from those and just do infinite to get better cards. The way I thought it would work out, and it would be the best for evolutions, is if you can also evolve borders. 1 border plus 10 normals gives you a golden evo. For a universal, it would be 1 universal, 10 rainbows, and it will give you a universal border. I think this will be the best for how it will work out, but we'll see what they do eventually. What else? What else did they do? They did a bunch of bug fixes, which is really good. They gave us 1x extra speed. That's also pretty good. The battle pass reset, good enough, I guess. And the infinite speed going from 3 to 2 seconds is really good. It just gives us a less of a window to stop it. So I would suggest adding a end button before it ends. So you press a button, and then as soon as you're done, it automatically ends it for you. But we'll see what they do. I think that's it for the update. There wasn't that much to talk about. Also, I'm in a Made in Heaven. Give me a second. For the people who've never seen a Made in Heaven, this is what it looks like. Just the time just goes really fast. Absolute buns? What is this? Okay, didn't get anything good. Now, ooh, do I want to talk about the nerfs and buffs? Yeah, I'll do that. That's fun to talk about. Go to updates. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, make sure to use the new code, 60k likes, 40 mil visits, update 5, exclamation mark, of course. Let's talk about the balances. Slight manga weather buff, not big enough to see any difference. It was like 100 HP. Moonlight Guardian damage reduction is really good. Like the nerf, she was way too overpowered in high waves, even low waves. Dog owner 20% instead of 15, that's good. Timeless Sage, I don't know how this actually works out, but let's just test it, I guess. So it's two rounds, so it's okay. I guess that works out. If you don't get one shot, it always heals back, so you get a free hit essentially. That's pretty good. I like that. Proxy Fighter 40% to 50. I didn't think it was needed, but a lot of people agree with this. Bizarre Hero 25% to 20. That's good. Fairy Queen 35 instead of 30 is also good. Wings and Vengeance nerf. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree, but it is a good nerf. 30% is still enough to actually work for someone's team, but instead of 70 plus, it's not meta anymore. For even if you had good cards, you would use Wings of Vengeance, but now you wouldn't. So it's good. Black Sword, why? Nerf Black Sword. I don't understand. Do 2.5 or keep it at 3. Why are you taking Akaza's why are you taking Akaza's damage numbers and then increasing Black Swordsman's? I don't care. I don't understand. Hawkeye, sure, why not? Red hair, sure, good. Dragon's Flame is a really good buff. It's only 5%, but you gotta keep in mind that there is better options, but now Dragon's Flame is actually viable in terms of you would use Dragon Flame instead of Crystal Circlet, or you would use Dragon Flame instead of Ethereal Protector in some cases. Dragon's Flame instead of Super Idol is also a really good one because the burn damage does more than your actual 20% entry damage. Yeah. Okay, Bizarre Villain increase. I feel like this should be 50%. I don't know why it's only 5% increase. Why just do 50% instead of 35? Eladin Reflect. I don't know how to feel about Eladin Reflect. 30% to 35%, which is 5% increase, but it has a cap to activate 3 times. 3 times activation in a row is already pretty hard, but now it being capped is fine, I guess. I feel like they should have just made it 40. Yeah, this one. They took 1x damage and just added it to Black Swordsman. What is his secondary fucking ability? Take damage numbers from other debuffed cards? Like, what is this? Okay. Deathless no longer gains damage after reviving. This in its whole is a wrong statement. Deathless still gains damage after a revive. He just revives with 50% health instead, which he is kind of mid now. And I'll show you that it does. Okay, never mind. I'll show you this one. Revives 50%, but still gains 50% damage, which fix your shit. Okay, hardcore gamer. This is a dumb buff for him. I feel like hardcore gamer should have been a full RNG card, like you win or you lose. That's the whole point of hardcore gamer, but I guess not. Win Sovereign, that's good. 75 instead of 50 means he's actually usable for speedrunning. Starlight Devourer is the best boss card, not boss card, the best raid card, because in late waves he still gets first hit with a 20% increase. Slice Snake, good buff. Luckless Hero, 3x instead of 2x. Sure, no one uses him anyway, so I don't understand. Also, there's not a lot of female characters in the game, but sure. Black Leg, 40% instead of 33 is fine. Sword Saint, 30% instead of 20 is good. Nail Master, really good. It's only 5%, but you'll see the difference in late game. Crimson Knight now increases damage 80% and 60. Sure. Blue Lily, 60% instead of 50. Good, good, good. Infinite now saves process, good. Buff daily quest, good. Buffed expedition, good. Added new rewards to card index, good. Little saw rarity dropped from 8 to 5. I don't understand why, but sure, why not? Decreased infinite versus screen time from 3 to 2, which I said before. It will just give a lower window of ending infinite. So if someone ends infinite at the same time, you will have a less of a window to end it. So just be wary of that one. Then we have auto raids. Also auto raids is pretty good. I just don't know how it would work. Auto rejoin, yeah, all those bugs is fixed. Sure. I don't know what else to yap about. Other than, I think this update was a huge disappointment. They could have done so much better in 2 weeks. I appreciate everyone for watching. Thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next video, I hope.